Yeah, it goes everybody, because they will continue on with a game called Danganronpa. Another. Where were we? Is it a trial? Oh yeah, it is a trial. So I'm gonna check the truth bullets first, and after I'm done checking with the truth bullets, we will begin the trial. I'm gonna skip this part. Okay. Oh, really short truth bullets today, but okay. Let's start the class trial. Trial in session. Now then, let's start with a brief explanation of the class trial. The outcome of the class trial is decided by your votes. If you point out the black end, then only they will get punished. But if you pick the wrong person, then I'll punish everyone else except the black end. And the one who deceived everyone will graduate proudly. Now, you may start with... The culprit is Kurokawa, nothing more to see here. Oh, you started already. But it doesn't matter. Please discuss things carefully. Wait a minute, Toria. We've only just started. It's just the beginning and nothing more, right? Before, Mikara was the first to investigate, but now how can you prove it? It's a class trial. The culprit is still Kurokawa. You all know that, don't you? At the time Yuki and Mikara found the body, Kurokawa was bloody at the scene. Besides, everyone except Kurokawa were together. Tori-kun, calm down a little. As Madakun said, we're just starting. Wouldn't it be better to sort things out? No, I'm perfectly calm right now. This is different from before. I mean, it's a conclusion after a thorough analysis, not a call-out of a desire to escape from reality. Of course, I also think Mikako-chan is the most suspicious, but... Calm your bullshit. It looks exactly the same as before. Stop and let's begin the discussion. What do you mean? Isn't Kurokawa the culprit? Of course, I also see Kurokawa as the main suspect, but currently Tsuruya is being too forward. It's a requirement to have at least have a discussion. For now, it would be better to convince Tsuruya. Let's convince Tsuruya. Tori-kun, calm down. She was bloodied at the scene. I mean, there's even more evidence than this. Stupid, your life is at stake. Can't you take responsibility for it? It's because you don't need to see it. Besides, there's more evidence that you can't dismiss. Have you forgotten? Kurokawa was holding a kitchen knife. Yeah. If you're not a culprit, why are you holding a knife? You killed Kisaragi, but the knife is clean though, so... You know, can't use that excuse on me. Wait, I got infinite stuff? Ooh, interesting. So, I can read through everything without having to, you know, destroy my thingy, the blue thing. 30, 40, 90 points? What the fuck? What happened to the other 10 points? Sure, just because she was holding a kitchen knife doesn't mean they're the culprit. What are you talking about? No matter how you look at it, she was carrying a weapon. I'm not sure you can even cook in there, lol. No, you can tell by looking at the body of Kisaragi, the victim of this case. Kisaragi wasn't stabbed to death by this knife. It is also specified in the Monokuma file. There were no special wounds other than a hole in his chest. Right, and crucially, there was not a drop of blood on the knife. No sign of stabbing anyone. That's true. Sorry for forcing this. But then, what was the kitchen knife for? Unless she was set up in a murder. I won't deny that issue with you. I admit that Kurokawa is suspicious to the end, but that doesn't mean you can just blindly conclude that she is the culprit. I know. I'm sorry, without knowing, I let my habit run wild again. I didn't grow at all. I don't think I did. That's because we all understand it. Are you done now? Then let's start with the case. Wait, are you okay for 1 minute before that? What else? Well, that thing. The one next to Monokuma. What is that? Why is Kisaragi's portrait over there? Oh, this? Well, don't mind it. I couldn't help it because there wasn't a seat space for him. A seat? Kisaragi-kun was originally a person who never entered the class trial room, so he had a reserved seat. Hey, don't talk about anything that has nothing to do with the trial. Come on, start the discussion right now. I mean, we started talking about them again and again. We can't help it. I'm not saying that class trials are top priority right now. Since the case hasn't been sorted out, right? Let's get started. That's okay. First, the victim in this case, Kisaragi. The incident happened this morning. Everyone was there except Mikako-chan. Yeah, at that moment, Kisaragi's behavior suddenly became a little strange, and he ran to the 5th floor looking for Kurokawa. It was as if he had become a different person. What was Kisaragi's true identity? That's fine and all, it doesn't have anything to do with this case. I would like to know, but we can't because he's dead. So let's just forget about it. In any case, we sensed something strange was happening and hurried to the 5th floor to chase after Kisaragi. Only then, the 5th floor was already bloody. Something already happened. At that time, Mikaro gave instructions to me and Akane, didn't she? I was to go check Kinjo and Akane to check out the bloodstains in the lab. Yeah, and besides Kinjo, we were able to get some crucial clues from the lab, including that there was nothing wrong with them. Crucial clues? What was in the lab? That's for later. Let's organize the case first. First, Mayed and I tried to enter the bloodstain record room, but we could not open the door. Sure enough, a password was required to enter the records. That's right, you told me when we were investigating the 5th floor. However, it seemed certain that something had happened in the records, and while we were thinking about what to do, so Mikaro took me to the ballroom. Surprisingly, the white cloth in the ballroom was connected to the 2nd floor. The door you see when you hold the cloth and go up was directly connected to the back door of the record room. When Tara and I were about to enter the records, we were told to go back to the ballroom. I wondered if the ballroom and records were connected somehow. So in the end, the cloth was tied up by the culprit, right? That's right. This means that the culprit had to do the same to get into the records. The culprit must not have known the password either. It's only natural, isn't it? It's a facility that was originally in this building, and we don't know anything about the facility, including the killer. I thought so too, but Mikaro said that the culprit might know the password. Let's talk about it later because it's important, but not now. Anyway, when we entered the room through the ballroom, Yamada Kisaragi was dead. And in front of the dead Yamada Kisaragi, that woman, Mikako Kurokawa, was standing there, covered in blood. For now, this is the overview of the case. Yeah. Everyone except Mikako-chan. That's right, I'm sorry, I didn't even want to discuss it earlier, and I'm sorry, but no matter how I look at it, no one could commit the crime other than Kurokawa. However, if the criminal fails to deceive us in the class trial in their own way, they'll be put to death. Is it really that easy to commit a crime? Is there some kind of trick we don't know about? Come to think of it, didn't you mention that Mikaro found a crucial clue a while ago? What's wrong with the laboratory? It's an important clue, but it's hard to figure out the whole case with that alone. What I found in the lab, yeah, that's what we're discussing now. When I went to check it out after hearing it from Akane, in the lab was... What was in the lab? Oh wait, yeah, maybe it's the laboratory meat or something. Hey, you were right, nice. Mikaro, you're talking about the piece of bloody flesh that was in the lab? Flesh? Human flesh? Yeah, I heard from Akane. I went to check it out myself. That flesh was probably from Kisaragi's chest. Moreover, Teruya, you should have entered the laboratory before the announcement went off. No, I didn't see it. I was in a hurry. Is that so? I was also surprised when I first found it. The fact that Kisaragi-kun's flesh was in there means that Kisaragi-kun was killed in the laboratory, right? That's it? I mean, he wasn't murdered in the records. But even if that's the case, isn't it impossible for anyone other than Kurokawa to commit the crime? Well, that's not the case, but the place where he was killed can be a very important clue. If you don't know who the culprit is, it's silly. Hey Tsuruya, do you seem a bit dissatisfied? You are so full of yourself just because I decided to cooperate with you, aren't you? No, it's not really like that. I'm sorry, I'll stay quiet. In the end, no matter what I say, it comes with the conclusion that it is impossible to commit the crime except for Kurokawa. But I can't conclude without knowing anything at all like this. The most biggest obstacle in this case is... Let's talk about that with everyone. Doo-doo-doo. Bam. Doo-doo-doo. Bam. Doo-doo-doo. Bam. Doo-doo-doo. Even if you try to organize the case, the result won't be any different. Even if Kisaragi was killed in the lab, only Kurokawa could commit the crime if there's someone who could commit the crime except this woman. But after Kisaragi left the dining hall until his body was found, we were always together? You sure about that? We weren't really. Everyone's alibi. Oh, come on, you have got to be kidding me. As Sakata said, no matter what the clues are, it cannot be denied that we were together at the time of the incident. We'll have to work this out in order to see the truth. Wait a minute, why is the story suddenly going towards the direction except for Kurokawa there's a culprit among us? If the alibis are perfect, doesn't common sense says that Kurokawa is the culprit? Why is culprit Kurokawa gradually moving away from the suspect list? He has a point. Why? Because frankly, it's too easy if Mikako Kurokawa wins. It's almost like someone is trying to blame Mikako Kurokawa for the charges instead. I'm also in agreement, something is fishy. It's a class trial where your life is lost if you make one single mistake. You need to think more if you're not 100% sure. We're being too blunt, aren't you just scared? Maeda, Mikaro, normally you trusted the clues pointing to the culprit and gave the answer. What are you afraid of to be so careful this time? It's the alibis and the blood. Besides, there's even evidence about the bed sheet, so anyone can tell that the culprit is... Don't be such a stick in the mud. Mud? Is this supposed to be mud, M-U-D? It's full of complications. Do you want to annoy me right now? Or what? Are you the killer? You can't do that. Don't joke like that. Hell, Charkun, just the bed sheet? What do you mean by that? Oh, right. Akane doesn't know about this. The bed sheets. Of course, that was the clue Tsuruya gave us at the end of the investigation. The place where Tsuruya took us was... The bedsheet came from her room. Where is it? There you go. Just before the investigation time was over, Tsuruya called to Mikaro and me in a hurry and took us somewhere. The place Tsuruya took us, it was Kurokawa's private room. Mikako-chan's room? Yeah, I stopped by my room before the class trial started, and I was getting impatient. I noticed Kurokawa's room was wide open. So I looked inside for a moment. Kurokawa's room didn't have any bed sheets. What? You're surprised? Why would you be? And so suddenly? You haven't said anything and just stood there still. What's this all of a sudden? Nothing. No. Well, we know the bedsheets are gone, but what does that mean? Akane, there was a white cloth hanging from the second floor of the ballroom. Didn't you think you've seen it somewhere? Dumbass. What do you mean, what does it have anything to do? It has plenty of things to do. I think I saw, maybe that cloth was the bedsheet from our private rooms. Yeah, it's probably the bedsheet from Kurokawa's room. But that's really conclusive evidence, isn't it? Like Mikako-chan's reaction a while ago. At this point, even I can't stop thinking of it now. No, I think it's more likely that Mikako Kurokawa is not the killer. Huh? Is there a reason? Fools, just think about it. Let's say the woman used the bedsheet and hung it on the ballroom. Then even if she hides that fact, she leaves the door wide open until time runs out. Don't you think that's weird? That may have been because the incident took place in such a short time, they may have forgotten it. Forget it. Besides, that's the only reason we have. When I briefly looked around her dormitory after chasing Yamada Kisaragi, and there was no sign that the door to Mikako Kurokawa's room was open. I didn't look closely, but the door from the dormitory to the school site and Kurokawa's room goes in a straight line, so you can see it without getting close. As you said, you claimed that the door was wide open, right? Actually, when I took you in my head, it was wide open. Yeah, I saw it. It's like trying to show that the door was wide open. Wait a minute, did Kurokawa couldn't have opened the door? If she comes back and opens the door right after we chase Kisaragi, we would inevitably run into each other. So that's what I'm saying. In short, the door to Mikako Kurokawa's room was open. It sounds like it was one of us. Then you mean that person is the culprit? That's very likely. Using Mikako Kurokawa's bedsheet for the crime, they intentionally left the door open as if to show us. Isn't it plausible if the goal is to cover up all the charges against Mikako Kurokawa? Actually, we kept doubting Kurokawa till the end. No, but it's just a pendulum. Even if there's another culprit in our midst, it's impossible to commit a crime other than Kurokawa on an alibi. That's, well... Hey, Mikako Kurokawa, would you care to join the discussion now? Actually, hearing your testimony is the most important thing. You didn't say a word during the investigation. What you went through at the time of the incident holds the key to this case. Sorry, I do not know. Mikako-chan. Damn it, Kurokawa. Are you the culprit? A victim? I'm starting to get confused. Hey, I wish you couldn't say something like this, but is there a possibility that she killed him? As in the case of Kobushikawa-kun a while ago, was made into self-made play. Unfortunately, Yamada Kisaragi was unable to commit a series of crimes, so it is unreasonable to start by opening the door to the private room we just talked about a while ago. Someone's trying to cover up the charges against Kurokawa. I understand. Everyone has an alibi, so it becomes impossible to commit a crime. How did they open Mikako-chan's room in the first place? Did they even steal the key? Guys, doesn't the alibi get things complicated? Why don't we discuss the method of the crime assuming that the culprit is a seventh person, A? Seventh person A. I don't think we're going to progress if we ever continue with the alibis like this. Let's assume that there is a person named A who can roam freely other than us. Let's talk about the method of the crime first. I'm in favor too. I am ashamed that a talented person such as me is not sure about this at all. Yeah, I think that would be nice too. Come to think of it, I think I heard a similar thing from Mikako-chan last time too. Approaching from the other side of the case based on the testimony has already been given without considering the truth or falsehood of a testimony. Did you remember all of that? Yeah, we can't give up just because we're stuck in one place. Let's designate a hypothetical person who can commit the crime, and discuss the method of crime assuming that person's pattern. Oh, my back. Oh, don't forget to stretch. Oh, I'm getting dizzy. Oh, I'm gonna hurl. Oh boy. If there's a person who can roam freely, preparing for a crime wouldn't be difficult. Killing Yamada Kisaragi to put blame on Mikako Kurokawa is no easy feat. They killed Kisaragi first, then spilled blood on the hallway, right? Oh crap, they even prepared a way to the target to get the records from the dance hall. Mikako Kurokawa was really taking advantage. By some means, they must have kidnapped that woman. Kidnap? Ah! I can't aim properly, god damn it. I wonder what's the scoring. 0? Fucking asshole. This is awful. Mikaro, by some means, I thought about it. Would it be possible if they used that? The anesthetic gas, I mean. Anesthetic, what's that? Connie, didn't you see it when you went to the lab? A strange can, the same thing that was rolling around like last time. I heard it from Mikaro and thought, it's gotta be the anesthetic gas. It sprays compressed anesthetic gas in form of grenade. If you're exposed to it, your body will temporarily become numb and your nerves will not function properly. What? Where did they get such a dangerous thing? Maybe it's from the arsenal in the ballroom, because the arsenal itself was still open after all, since Kinjo also brought a pistol from there. If you use the anesthetic gas, Kisaragi-kun as well as Mikako-chan can be neutralized. That's true, still Kisaragi went looking for Kurokawa, so there's a good chance they were together at that point. I was thinking the only reason why Yamato suddenly turned back to normal was because Mikaro was still holding on to her jammer, right? So somehow when she approached Yamato Kisaragi, tried to question him for answers or something, Yamato's like, oh wait, I'm back, I've regained my true self because the signal for making me stupid is being jammed or something. And they never realized that fact, and I'm like, that's awesome. There's a good chance they were together at that point. After immobilizing the two of them, Kisaragi is the axis, and if you make Kurokawa splash blood and stand in front of the corpse in theory, it would be like this case. It's not about fainting, it's just paralyzing. But if that's true, wouldn't Kurokawa see the culprit? That's true, but if you use a tool that can hide your identity, it's not a problem at all. Still, it's a bit strange that Kurokawa doesn't tell us what happened to her, but... Wait a second. I have a problem other than this. Once you use the anesthetic gas, you mean moving two people from the laboratory to the record room, right? If there's only one, isn't it difficult to move two people all by yourself? I agree as well. Besides, in that short time before we came up, the anesthetic gas was used in the laboratory. That means the two people who were in the lab were brought up to the record room. Just as it was mentioned, it is difficult to move one person, but it would be a challenge to move two people in a short time. But it won't be impossible. There must be a shortcut to move two people at once. The proof is this. Bloody cart. No, there's an easy way to transport two people by your own. You just need to use the cart. A cart? Haven't you seen it when you search the records? There was a cart that was supposed to be used to transport something. And that was also bloody. Ah, I remembered. Wasn't that originally at the entrance of the lab? That's right, surprisingly, the place where the anesthetic gas was supposed to be deployed was also the laboratory. I can think of one possibility that the cart in the lab got bloodstained after being used to the records. In order to move Kisaragi and Kurokawa. That's right, if you use the cart to transport it, you can easily move two people without any effort. By raising Kurokawa, including Kisaragi's corpse, they were able to overturn the charges against Kurokawa. Uh-oh. Wait, you've been talking like a cool guy for a while now, but can you think that much? What's wrong, Mikaro? Is there something wrong with me? If, as you say, the case was so easy, I wouldn't say anything. However, there's a fallacy in your claim. Please don't confuse with the incorrect information. Just stay still. Listen to the tutorial, insert our explanation of slashing. Thank goodness. Control Z, change blades left or right, use blade shift. Thank fuck. The cart was used, sure, but it was originally an object in the laboratory. Okay. They picked two people and carried them as the record suggested. Wouldn't it be possible to bring in the cart? Unless you know the password. Can only get through the ballroom. The cart two people and climb the sheet rope. Do you really believe that's possible? As long as there's evidence of a cart, it should be clear that it was used for transport, but Mikaro's argument is not wrong either, because it's true that the cart was in the records. 50. Nice, finally. Fair scoring. Wait, Mikara, what if it wasn't actually like that? What? Take a look at this. Do you know what this is? 0430. What is this number? Moreover, this is bloody, right? You don't mean... That's right. It's the password to the records. What? Maeda, do you know the password? No, I'm still not sure. I haven't been able to check if it is the real password for the records, but I think the chances are high. Where did you find it? When I was investigating, Kurokawa gave it to me. Right, Kurokawa? Please give an answer. Then Mikako-chan knew the password? Well, I don't know about that because Kurokawa also found it in Kisaragi's body. Then there's a possibility that the culprit also got the password from Kisaragi. That's right. If we could go in and out of the records through the front door, would it be easy to transfer two people by cart from the lab to the records? That's incredible, Mannequin. It seems that the method of the crime has been finally grasped, so now, if we could only identify the criminal. Is that really true? Eh? What do you mean, Mikaru? I kept thinking it was suspicious, but I'm getting more and more suspicious now. What are you talking about? Well, it's that the culprit is talking about someone. Yuki Maeda. That's you. Huh? What? What did I do? Suspended already? Cool. So I can save, right? Yeah, I can save. Nice. Should I continue with this? Because I know it's the weekend. I'm playing this during a weekend. But the thing is, I have to work today. Because no other people are willing to. And I'm like, since my boss is such a nice person, I'm like, yeah, I'm willing. No problem. Maybe I should stop here and continue tomorrow. Yeah, that seems, yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna stop here. So this is I'm gonna stop here, but I'm gonna combine the other video. So that's, yeah. Alright, we're done with the first half of the trial. Let's continue on, shall we? Me? The culprit? Why is it like this all of a sudden? To be honest, I've been suspicious of this guy since the incident. However, since the alibis were so difficult for the case itself, I could not make sure with certainty. But Maeda, revealing that password was a wrong move. You went and dug your own grave. No, wait, why did you doubt me? I didn't do anything. If you don't know, I'll tell you. The most difficult issue that bothered us the most in our alibis was the whereabouts of Mikako Kurokawa. Right? When Mikako Kurokawa went to investigate the 5th floor before Yamato Kisaragi left the dining hall. But the one who said that was Maeda. The rest of us, except for Maeda, have no way of knowing what Mikako Kurokawa was doing. Now you get it? Huh? That means... You mean Maeda-kun lied? What are you talking about? There's no evidence if you're the killer. You can manipulate Mikako Kurokawa's whereabouts to your liking. For example, he may have lured Yamato Kisaragi to the 5th floor by falsely claiming that she went to the 5th floor. But instead, Mikako Kurokawa might have been caught in another place. Why would I do that? There's no benefit. Then what's the notebook with password on it? You got it from Mikako Kurokawa? Don't you think that's too convenient? If it was handed over to you during the investigation, why didn't you say anything? I don't know, I just told you the truth. If you're suspicious, you can ask Kurokawa. Mikako-chan, is it true? Are you avoiding our eyes? Kurokawa. Either way, there's something else that you're suspicious about. When we all followed Kisaragi to the 5th floor, you were the last one to arrive. In other words, even if we've been together all this time, when you finally arrive on the 5th floor, your alibi disappeared for a very short time. Yes, to give a proper example, it would be possible to go into Kurokawa's private room from the dormitory in the meantime. Install the rope in the ballroom, leave the door open, and so on. The whereabouts of the key will need to be discussed in more detail, of course. Hold on a minute, isn't it strange that the sheets were hung on the ballroom back then? By the time we got to the 5th floor, it was already after the incident, right? It's not weird at all. If you knew the password, you wouldn't have to go into the record room through the hallway. So in conclusion, the bed sheets in the ballroom was for camouflage. You thought that receiving the password from Mikako Kurokawa would strengthen Mikako's suspicions. It's rather counterproductive to show it here, don't you think? No, why do you think I'm the culprit? I mean, I don't know the password. I really got it from Kurokawa. And as Mikaro said, even if you go to the ballroom or leave the door open while you have an alibi for a short time, the crime itself is impossible. Because the incident had already happened when we arrived at the 5th floor. Mikaro, Maeda is right. No matter how much you prepare to commit a crime, the person who killed in the end becomes the Blackened. Hatano used that point to become the Blackened instead of Taira. The person who killed last after preparing everything becomes the Blackened. I see, Teruya, you did a good job. This could also be a reason Maeda is a suspect in reverse. What do you mean? Simply put, they may be accomplices. Maeda, who did the final blow to Kisaragi directly, and Mikako Kurokawa, an accomplice, prepared for the crime. If you do this, the contradiction in this case can also be explained. What? Kurokawa was an accomplice? That can't be. Neither Kurokawa or me have any reason to kill. And even though Kurokawa can act as an accomplice, it's impossible for me to deliver the final blow to Kisaragi. That's right, because we don't even know the weapon yet. Really, there's no law saying that you have to be there in order to deliver the final strike. It was the same act with the science lab, when Uehara killed Inori, isn't it? Ah, remote killing, that was it. Yamada Kisaragi's corpse had no ordinary wound. The huge hole was enough to pierce the entire body. Most likely the weapon was a bomb. And bombs are relatively optimal for remote killing. There isn't a single reason for the perpetrator to face the victim. No, wait, man, this is the culprit? But there's no contradiction in Mikaru's words. I'm the culprit? How did this happen? Because of showing the password? And why is Kurokawa keeping quiet? It will be difficult if this goes on. I'm not the culprit. If they vote for me like this, everyone will die because of an incorrect answer. I have to prove my innocence at whatever cost for everyone. If Mikako is an accomplice, then this case can be explained. Like the culprit is Mikako Kurokawa, but it was Yukimeda who installed the bomb. She performs all the kinds of tricks and the final blow is the Maeda. Yukimeda's culprit theory is a certain possibility. Transporting them with anesthetic gas on the cart, which we mentioned earlier, is something Kurokawa could do. Then the murder itself was done by Yuki. But why Maeda? The motive is unknown, but it's the most likely explanation. If Yuki and Kurokawa are in cahoots, then they knew the password to the record room, right? Then Yuki decorated the dance hall as if they had just entered to the record room. And then, meanwhile, Kurokawa going out to the records did all the back work. Awesome. Wait, that's impossible. It makes no sense to commit a crime into the records. Eh? What do you mean? If you knew the password, why wouldn't you go in? No, there's one thing you guys don't know about the records. The records do not open by simply knowing the password. How then? I learned this when the fifth floor was open after Sasuke's execution, but there are a few rules regarding the access to the records. First, that only one person can enter the record room. Second, it won't open if someone is already inside. And third, if two or more enter at the same time, a bulkhead wall comes down. Unless you follow this rule, the door will not open even if you enter the password correctly. What the heck are those? I didn't know those rules. Wait, aren't you lying again to get away from the suspect list? No, this is a fact I heard with Mikaro when we first investigated the fifth floor. Mikaro, I don't think you've forgotten, have you? What Maeda said is true. I haven't seen it with my own eyes, but it's probably true since Monokuma informed us. As long as these rules exist, it's impossible for Kurokawa to act as an accomplice. No, not just Kurokawa, it's impossible for anyone. As long as Kisaragi is in the record room, entering or leaving the records is impossible. Yeah, that does make sense. Madikun is not the culprit. Wait, just because you can't enter through the front door of the records doesn't mean the possibility of a crime disappears, right? You could have entered through the ballroom. If you can't get in when someone is inside, don't you have to do the groundwork first and then put only Kisaragi in there? No, if it becomes that much trouble, the chances are rather low. They'll be caught up on the fifth floor before they even finish the job. Is that so? It didn't take that long for us to get to the fifth floor. So you're saying that all the reasoning we've been doing was just a guess? Well, me becoming the culprit and Kurokawa the accomplice, I was shocked because it was so sudden. There's no benefit from being an accomplice. There was no reason for me to kill. What are you talking about, Maeda? The charges against you have not been resolved yet. What? I obviously heard about the records with you, but I think you forgot one important detail. Do you not remember, when we were given the explanation, Monokuma made it clear, it checks the heart rate of the person inside, in order to limit the entry. Really? So, what do you mean? The door does not open when someone is inside, however. The condition doesn't apply if the person inside is a corpse. It's not about distinguishing whether what's in is human, but a human whose heart is beating. Then that means that Kisaragi was already in the record room. It sounds like you can go in and out by yourself if you know the password. Then, am I right, Monokuma? Yeah, that's right. Theoretically, more than two people can fit into the archives if the person inside is already dead or someone who can have their heart stabbed on purpose. Well then, do you have anything to object to, Yuki Maeda? I was skeptical at first, but if the evidence supports it up to this point, the only culprit is Yuki. Is this a lie? Madikun, you committed a murder. Wait a minute, wait. No, I'm really innocent. Mikaro, think again. Do I really look like a murderer? Look me straight in the eyes and say it. Maeda, to be honest, I still have a lot of questions and I'm not convinced. But there is no answer other than this reasoning. As long as my life is at stake, I can't get involved in trivial emotions. At first, I knew Kurokawa had to be the culprit, yet the actions of leaving evidence on your own hands doesn't explain that kind of behavior. It can't be. No, this isn't. Wait, Kurokawa, don't stay still and say something. You two are being called an accomplice. You're the only one who can prove my innocence. Don't you guys think it's weird too? Originally, she spoke a few words, but in this class trial, Kurokawa has been strangely speechless. It's strange that she doesn't say a word even when she's being accused of being an accomplice. Well, I do admit that. Kurokawa, I'm begging you, please. If this ends in my death, it will mess everything. I'm not the culprit. And you're not an accomplice either, so please, tell them something. Oh. Kurokawa? Stop it, Maeda. I believe it's over now. What are you talking about, Mikako-chan? I'm sorry for keeping quiet, but I can't deceive you anymore. I will tell you all the truth now. Kurokawa, you have a different tone. It is as you guys guessed. I am the accomplice who caused the murder by helping Yuki Maeda. Holy shit. Eh? Huh? What? Kurokawa, what are you talking about now? Yuki, you instructed me to not say anything, but it seems there is no more escape now. Wait a moment, he told you not to talk? And you're not using your slow tone as usual. What kind of change is this all of a sudden? I don't know what to say because it's unfair to me, but I'm one of the victims. Yuki did something to me. I felt threatened. I had no choice but to do as Yuki told me. What? What are you... Nonsense, Maeda-kun. Threatened? By Maeda? Hold on, so that means you were intimidated by Yuki Maeda, so you had no choice but to help in the crime, and you were accused of committing a crime against yourself, and you were used as much as he could. But after our reasoning, when Yuki Maeda was put in the corner, did you mean that you decided to betray Yuki Maeda, who seemed no longer likely to win and tell the truth? Yeah, if Yuki loses the trial, I will live and Yuki will be executed. If that's the case, it's okay, even if you catch the blackened. If so, why did you reveal it in the first place? I was scared. Yuki's terrifying fear was imprinted in me. I couldn't open my mouth. God damn. And at the time of the incident, according to Yuki's plan, I was accused of being the culprit. I thought you wouldn't believe me if I insisted like that. Well, that's for certain. In that situation, if you claim that someone else is the culprit, your suspicion would only increase. Now it's all over. Maed's disappointment is so great that he doesn't even have the energy to speak anymore. Let's finish this. Voting time. Wait. Something is wrong. Mikako-chan is being strange and everything is weird. Can't we think about it again? Let's talk a little more. ... Dizzy. Oh shit. Truth ball is broken. God damn it, how do I fix it mid-game? Wait a minute, something is wrong with this. It's not. Now that the accomplice came out, it's fact. You're not convinced, but you have to admit it. Yuki Maeda is the killer. But what about the weapon? We don't even know what the weapon is. We already explained remote bombing, or something of the sort. Besides, even if it's a real bomb, it would be difficult to find it in the first place. If that's the case, that is possible even if you're not Maeda-kun, yeah. If the installation of the bomb, it's impossible to leave your private room wide open. The rest of us didn't even knew the password. Above all else, Kurokawa herself admitted to being an accomplice. Stop it, Akane. As you guys said, Maeda set up a bomb on the 5th floor yesterday. He detonated a bomb and killed Yamada Kisaragi. This is the truth. ... Assholes. Anyway, something's wrong with this. It is not now that the compass came out. Maeda is the killer. Bang. Doesn't work. What about the weapon? You already explained remote bombing. God damn it. You can't even scan the bullets. You can't scan the bullets. No more bullets. Above all else. Bang, bang. Ooh, nice. Someone did the break for me. Where's my scoring? Okay. Wait, Maeda is not the killer. How long are you gonna stick up for him? We're not the ones who give the answer. It's the evidence and reasoning. The evidence is showing the answer. No, you guys said it, didn't you? Maeda-kun was the one who installed the bomb and gave the final blow. But it's impossible for Maeda-kun to install anything. Why? If Maeda did install something, he must have done it the day before the incident, right? But yesterday, the day before the incident, I was on the 5th floor from morning until night. I searched every room as I could. What did you say? Don't lie to us. No, it's not 100% reliable, but it's credible. I also saw Tyra on the 5th floor for a long time yesterday, and she testified that even when the incident with Kinjo occurred, she came late to her private room by herself, and that she was on the 5th floor all day. However, no one came to the 5th floor until I came down after completing the investigation. There was no sign of anything installed, which means no one, including Maricon, did anything on the 5th floor the day before. How can you guarantee that? You may have missed it, or you might have gone from one place for a while. Wrong. Of course, I know my research skills are poor, but I can distinguish to a degree when a person's chest has been messed up. I admit it's my fault for acknowledging that you were desperately examining the 5th floor yesterday, knowing that you did. Although, it's a pity we can't prove it. But apart from this, I want to ask, why? Why are you covering for Yuki Maeda so much, even though she already admitted that they're an accomplice and he's the culprit? That's because, I don't know, it's strange for Maeda to be the culprit like this. It's because Maeda is the culprit. Tara, do you have sympathy? The guy threatened me and made me an accomplice. Maeda-kun. Maeda-kun, calm down and answer me. You didn't do anything wrong, did you? Yuki Maeda, keep your mind up. Calm down and look into my eyes. You didn't do anything wrong. There you go. Akane. Yeah, look me in the eye and tell me. You are not a culprit. Maeda didn't do anything the day before the incident. But Kurokawa. Are you the culprit? No. Just tell me that. A culprit? I threatened Kurokawa and killed Kisaragi? No. I didn't do anything. It's not me who's weird, it's Kurokawa. I'm not the culprit. We're so back, boys. Maeda. There's something weird. I swear I didn't do anything. It's not me who's suspicious. It's Kurokawa. What's going on? As Akane testified, I have no memory of installing anything on the 5th floor, nor of threatening Kurokawa. But it's also true that Kurokawa said she was going to the 5th floor before breakfast this morning. Unless he was killed by some kind of remote method. At this point, even Maeda cannot commit the crime. That's right, Maeda is not the culprit. On the contrary, Mikako, who suddenly gave us a strange testimony with such a frightening face, is very suspicious. I think one of them must be lying, but who would that be? Akane, I'm sorry. Thanks to you, I woke up. It's all thanks to you. Yeah, it's no big deal. No need to apologize. She's blushing. Holy shit, she's adorable. That's ugly, Maeda. Do you even want to kill us and go outside too? What? Because of your usual behavior, the others took care of you and defended you. I hope you like that, but I'm not succumbing to your threats. I'll uncover the truth with everyone and execute you. What? Why are you doing this, Mikako-chan? Tara, as you said, it looks like Maeda didn't do anything the day before, but it was at nighttime that Maeda placed the bomb on the 5th floor. That's convenient. What? Maeda secretly installed the bomb at nighttime so he could only do the kill the day before the incident. It's a fact that I heard directly from Maeda. It's all true. I carried out your reasoning, and the kill itself was done by Maeda. Kurokawa, you really... If that's true, Yuki is the culprit. Akane only camped on the 5th floor until nighttime. As Kurokawa said, in the end, Yuki really installed the bomb. No, we followed the nighttime rule. Nighttime rule, you know that talking about that is useless, right? We've been discussing nighttime at the class trials many times, up until now, but without that coercion, our big alibis are completely useless. Oh no, Maeda-kun. I desperately believe that Maeda-kun is not the culprit. I've used my head to the limit to defend him. But if we come all this way to this... Kana, it's not me. Give up, Maeda. As long as I betrayed you as an accomplice, you can't escape no matter what you do. I fully acknowledge the crime. Hold on. Mikako Kurokawa, aren't you a little weird? What? It's too aggressive. Obviously, as you said, you became a criminal. You must have been a victim of threats. Right now, the situation between you and Maeda is on the contrary, putting pressure on Maeda to the point where you call him a villain. That's how much my anger towards Maeda turned up. What he did to me, I'll tell you that detail after Maeda's execution. I wonder who will be executed after a bit more time. What? Ray-chan, what do you mean? Mikao Kurikawa testified a little while ago. During the day, it was impossible to set up the bomb because of Tyra, but it wasn't during the day but at nighttime. That is a lie. What? Kurikawa's side was lying? Maeda, Tyra, and Notori, I must say I felt pity for you guys. From the day I decided to form a cooperative relationship with you, I've been imitating Kinjo's idea and monitoring you. Kinjo's idea? Uh-huh. I put a thread on you every night to check your alibi during the nighttime hours, just like he did during Hatano's class trial. Then Maeda-kun? About Maeda-kun going to the 5th floor at night? Yeah, that's a lie. Yesterday at nighttime, Maeda's room was still. He didn't come out of his room at nighttime. Haha. So what? Why are you lying if you're the accomplice? Well, perhaps the premise for being an accomplice was wrong. That's... you mean... not an accomplice, an innocent person trying to escape by blaming me. They might be the real culprit. Seriously? Kurikawa is the culprit? That's ridiculous. Teruya, at the beginning of the trial, you said that there would be none other than Kurikawa. That's, at first I was, jumping over the edge. Wait. Mikako-chan. I'm not the culprit is Maeda. What a joke, if you'd rather stay still, you testified that he moved at nighttime. I heard it directly from Maeda. But the work I did on the door proves that it's false. Maeda didn't do anything. That's it. Maeda also knew that the thread was actually attached. He also went out and re-stitched the thread. That's interesting. I put a thread at the exact 3.5 meter position on those 3 visiting mills. So you're telling me he knew exactly that and reattached at the same place, right? That's right. Maeda calculated the exact height to which the thread was attached and reattached it at 3.5 centimeters. It's a lie to say it's 3.5 centimeters, you fool. To fall into such a simple trap, are you still lying? Kurikawa, why? In order to drive me to be the culprit. Noisy. I'm not the culprit. Why is this happening? I can't die here. Mikako, is this the Kurikawa Mikako we know? No, I can't be the culprit. Stop, please. Stop asking me. Kurikawa. I'm not the killer. I'm not the culprit. What was the controls about this again? God damn it. Okay, yeah, Alright. I'm not the culprit. Let me just do this. Spammy. I'm not the culprit. I'm not the killer. Okay, you're not the killer, jeez. I'm not the killer. I ain't no killer. Carry this. Breaker. So 5 million points. It's fine, I guess. Wait, no mana coins? Alright. Kurikawa, unfortunately I have one more piece of evidence that says you are the culprit. No, stop it. It's this, the dying message. With the letters of Mikako written in blood on the lab. This is the proof that you're the culprit. There was a dying message? If there was such a thing, you should have told us sooner. I'm sorry I only doubted Maeda. I couldn't tell. Because no matter who you look at, Kurokawa was the only one who could have committed the crime because there's so much obvious evidence left behind that we thought she wasn't the killer. In that situation, the dying message pointing to Kurokawa gives a rather odd idea that she wasn't the culprit. Yeah, but now things have changed. Mada, who we thought was the culprit, is actually completely impossible to commit the crime because Mikako Kurokawa started to say gibberish. In some way, she might even be more daring and smarter than other criminals. Because you left a lot of evidence that anyone could say it was you, so you rather escape the suspect line very cleverly. It's a reinforced version of what Sasuke came out at the same time the trial started in the previous one. Isn't that too much of a guess? The only culprit in the world saying they're a culprit and leaving the evidence so openly. It's not a guess, it actually worked. She left the suspect line and waited for our reasoning to reach its peak so that one victim is pointed out in the end. If you reach this stage, you will self-proclaim to be the accomplice role who became a victim. They didn't let the person who was identified as the culprit to even gamble. But this was all thanks to him. Maeda, who did nothing wrong, became the culprit. My apologies, Maeda. No, there's no need for apologies. Oh crap, it's raining? Really? What timing? But it's really Kurokawa the murderer. Unbelievable. Yeah, unbelievable is the perfect word to describe today. Why are you suddenly raining? You were so sunny just a few hours ago. Actually, I thought it was too difficult to go back. Mikako Kurokawa also had a good motive. The motive? Think about what motive Monokuma came with this time. Monokuma introduced the transfer student named Yamato Kisaragi and said that he was the motive itself. And the reaction of Mikako Kurokawa as soon as she saw the transfer student was unique. Watching that reaction had nothing to do with Yamato Kisaragi, it was Monokuma's reaction. How about that? Now it's you who's cornered, Mikako Kurokawa. I have a lot to ask you before you die, so you better answer to us. Wait, I can't die if I die. I must not die here. You can't die, you... What do you mean by that? Don't worry about that. It's just the culprit's ramblings. Oh fuck, it's raining hard. God damn it. Please lower the volume, Mr. Rain. I'm trying to record here. Come on, it's chapter 5 already. Have mercy, please. Hey, it actually... Wow, it actually subsided. Thanks, Mr. Rain. No, you can't do this. You guys, What's wrong? Not yet. There's a problem left to be solved. What? If I'm the culprit, how did I left open my own door then? Besides, you don't even know the exact material the weapon was made of. This is annoying. Even if you don't know such trivial things, it's already certain that you aren't the culprit. No, I'm sorry, but that's what we said. Leaving the private room door wide open aside from other things. I can't die now. I can't die like this. If you can't solve that mystery, you can't admit that I'm the culprit. Do we have to come all this way here and guess again? Assuming that Mikako Kurokawa is the culprit, if we look back at the case, we might find something we've missed. We better come up with a complete answer. I'll do my best with my brain going all out. Kurokawa. Then, now that the alibi problem has been resolved, the most urgent problem is the murder weapon. Nope, leave it until there. Time's up, it's time to vote. What? We're literally out of time. Well, this is a short trial. It seems that the discussion was not over, but unfortunately this class trial is over. What is this? Are you kidding me now? This has never happened before. I'm not kidding. Are you? Either way, time's over. Class trial is over. We're closed. Ding, ding, ding. No. Wait, something's wrong here. I can't admit this. This is not true. God damn. Hey, at least we didn't have to do the thingy. You know, the completing the comic thingy. 6 phases. So 500 monocoins? 5 million? Oh, 130. Okay, fine. That's good too. Fair enough, question mark. Is it? Well, anyway, time is over. It's your own fault for sticking around for so long. Anyway, did you get the results? You can't do much, so please vote with the switch in front of you based on what you've deduced so far. Oh yeah, I'm stressed once again. Invalid votes are an immediate punishment. I can't tolerate it. Understand? Then as a result of the vote, who becomes the blanket? And the answer? Will it be the right answer or the wrong answer? Now, what's it gonna be? Well, this is fair. Keep it down, Mr. Rain. Oh god, it's getting louder. Oh god, oh no. Ah, good. The vote ended unanimously. The blackened chosen was the correct answer, Mikako Kurokawa. She was the blackened who killed the victim, Yamada Kisaragi. Correct answer? The culprit who killed Kisaragi was Kurokawa? Of course, we had to come to that conclusion, but why? What is this indescribable feeling? No, it shouldn't be like this. Something like this should never have happened. Now, shall we go straight away with the punishment time? What? Now, wait a minute. Aren't you in a hurry? At least give us a little time to talk. No. Ah. Now then, I've prepared a special punishment for Mikao Kurokawa, the ultimate exorcist. Wait, as Maeda said, you're in too much of a hurry. Didn't you give us more time like in previous trials? Oh, I did. I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, the culprit has been determined, so I'm just trying to execute them. But there's something I don't understand. What's with the timeout? Can we send away Kurokawa like this? Kurokawa killed Kisaragi. Perhaps this is true, because Monokuma admitted that it was the correct answer. However, something is strange. After the character of Yamada Kisaragi appeared, something was obviously been twisted. In this murder, class trial, Monokuma, Kurokawa, everything is twisted like a toothed cog. If this is the way it ends, if we let Kurokawa go without saying anything... Wait a minute. Eh? Hey, Mikako Kurokawa, calm down and answer. What's your identity? Tell us what you only know. Ray-chan? For this moment, I don't give a damn if you're a murderer or anything. You obviously know something. You've been avoiding us all along saying that you can't tell us, but are you really satisfied with that? Would you really be satisfied if you died doing nothing like this? When you drove Maeda, like a rapid fire gun, you had guts. I mean, say it like that time. Don't you guys like that too? If this woman dies like this, we might miss the chance to know the truth for the rest of our lives. Mikaro. Without knowing anything in my life, I don't even know why we have to do this. We're going to stay here forever. I hate that. Kurokawa, I ask you from me as well. Please, if you know something, can you please tell us? Mikako-chan. I'm afraid it's no use anyway, because Miss Kurokawa can't say anything. What? I mean, literally, so don't exhaust yourself, and let's get to the punishment time quickly now. Wait. Mikako Kurokawa. No, Mikako. We all know things have gotten weird, including you since we left the ballroom. Whether you knew it, whether you committed murder, even if you're the mastermind, hope was handed to you by Satsuki. That's why, if you believe in hope, please tell me, I'm begging you like this, please. Oh boy, what do people say? Can't you understand the bear? It's no use. Yeah, Mikako-chan. Wow, no matter, just give up and take the penalty already. No. I want to say... Mikako. Huh? Wait a minute. I wanted to tell you everything I knew, but I couldn't. I wanted to tell you, but it was all too much. But now I'm going to go beyond life and death to pass it on to you guys. I'll tell you no matter what happens to me. If it ends like this, if I die without telling anything, then have you tried writing it on a piece of paper? Just saying, and put your signature in it, because someone say, oh, it's someone's handwriting. It's not. It can be from anyone, but if you put a signature on it, it's clearly yours. I won't be able to face Yamada ni. Mikako, Miss Kurokawa, that's really dangerous. Are you willing to die? Then I won't be able to punish you. I can't say the details, but you said I could die here, right? Thanks to Yuki and everyone. Listen, this is a trap of the mastermind. I believe in you guys. It wasn't a long time, but you guys became my friends. Believe in yourself. God believes in the hope you have in yourself. Hope. Hope never falls to despair. Yes, it does. It was just a moment. Mikako, who didn't speak softly and slowly as usual, but suddenly changed and didn't appear to be like she was, when she accused me of being the culprit. As it was a reaction to the limit release, I heard the sound splat coming from her head. She literally fell apart. I have to tell you about it. The mastermind has been with us in all our events. That's the key. Mikako-chan? This girl has died. What? Mikako is dead? I knew since Kurokawa was the culprit who killed Kisaragi, the execution was definitive. And we knew she was going to die soon. But before being executed, the more she spoke, the more she collapsed, and then she dies? But no portrait from me? It was clearly strange for anyone to see. At the beginning, this case itself, the class trial itself felt very strange. But more importantly, in the end, I couldn't hear anything from Kurokawa, and she left us. Puh-puh. Puh-puh-puh. Puh-puh-puh. You really are a stupid woman. You cut off your own lifeline. At one time, I really wanted to know what was going on, but she ended up stopping at the final part. I feel sorry for you guys. Well, to be honest, even if she does say it, it doesn't concern much to me. This woman. Mikako said at the end that the mastermind is in our group. Mikako, as I expected. No, maybe not. She may have known a lot more than us. Monokuma. Who the hell was Kurokawa? The Kisaragi Foundation. What the hell is the truth? There's no way Monokuma can tell you that. And what is more certain now is, in the end, Kisaragi and Kurokawa, who may have held the key to our situation in the end, means that they left without hearing anything. Then, Kurokawa's identity, the identity of the mastermind, the identity of the Kisaragi Foundation has not been fully uncovered, even the truth behind this murder. We are only facing the consequences of an empty shell. Damn it! Yeah, we remain unconvinced. Process disappeared, only results remained. Anyway, I gave a short break, but, well, shall we start now? My heart is pounding loudly and loudly. Punishment time! Huh? What? What's wrong? It's punishment time. What does that mean? Kurokawa is already dead. Why does that matter? Whether you live or die, you have disturbed the order, and you should be punishment. And you should be punishment? You should be punished. Punishment is not just a punishment, it's called an example. Can't you stop? You will blaspheme even the dead. No, this is a role. You guys have seen Miss Kurokawa's atrocities, didn't you? She was a villain who tried to survive by overturning the sins of the innocent and good boy Maelika, that wicked woman. I know that Kurokawa was the culprit, and she even yelled at me harshly, but something is strange. About this class trial, and Monokuma's words and actions are strange. Kurokawa said at the end that this was a trap by the mastermind. As Maeda said, this case is very strange. Monokuma, in our eyes, it looks like you are anxious to kill Makako. Huh? And when he introduced Kisaragi-kun, Mikako-chan collapsed bleeding. Monokuma didn't even try to help. You don't mean all of this was a conspiracy? Huh? Well, whatever the case, Mr. Kurokawa killed Kisaragi-kun and became the Black-End. It's my job as the headmaster to punish the Black-End. Therefore, the Black-End disrupted the order. I have prepared a special punishment for the ultimate exorcist Mikako Kurokawa. Wait, Monokuma, stop talking. Now let's give it everything we've got. They're already dead and in a corpse state. They're not in the best shape, but... Monokuma, answer the questions. Let's go hard anyway. Punishment time! Monokuma! We don't get any answers. What? A power outage? I can't see anything. What happened to Mikako-chan? Hey, Monokuma, what happened? Dot. Hey, don't pretend you can't hear me. Answer. Wait, what is the Akanataira? Kara. What is this? He just stopped. What? By the way, didn't something like this happen during a class trial not so long ago? Mikako-chan said that if Monokuma stops operating, all facilities will stop too. But there wasn't a power outage back then, was there? What in the world happened? In the end, there's something strange about this case. Just like this blackout right now, I don't think this is normal. Just what the hell is happening? Kisaragi's appearance, Kurokawa's murder case, power failure, Monokuma's stop. I don't know what's going on, but it's definitely strange. Everything seems a back and forth contradiction. Monokuma seems to not wake up. What should we do? You guys. I just arrived. It's already too late. Kinjo, how the hell did you use the elevator when it's power outage? How do you... What the hell are you? How can you move? Kinja-kun. We'll talk more later. We can't afford that now. Yuki, Mikaro, Teruya, and you. You, is that what you say after waking up putting on a suicide show like that? Do you have anything else to say? Mikaro, where's Kisaragi and Kurokawa? Huh? Suddenly, why? Wait, Kisaragi's portrait is there. Is that so? They're both dead. Kijo, what the hell happened? How did you wake up? What's the situation now? As I just said, we'll do that later. To put things very simply, I remembered everything. I came here to save you guys. You? Remember? You don't mean... You're pretty well alive, but it seems it's not over yet to turn things around. I will protect you from the heinous mastermind. What are you doing putting us here? You guys are being deceived. We have to get away from that girl right now. What girl? What? Her? Eh? Huh? Shinja, what's wrong? That girl is... It's that girl. The one who kept the 15 of us imprisoned. Make us stay here. God, I'm getting goosebumps. The criminal who made this murder game. The mastermind of everything. Akane Taira. What are you talking about, Kinja-kun? Don't call my name with that dirty mouth. Kyak. Akane? Is the mastermind behind everything? Wait a minute, Kinjo. Are you misunderstanding something? Yuki's right. There's no way Akane could be the mastermind. No, it's you, not me, who has misunderstood. Well, it's not unreasonable, after all. You did that to us. But that's why I'll definitely protect you guys from this heinous criminal. Shijo, why are you doing this? Is this because of me stabbing Kizuna-chan? If that's the case, there's nothing I can do to argue with you, but still to call me a mastermind. Kizuna, that's pretty cute compared to what you did. Kinjo, what are you saying? I have no idea what Kinjo's been saying. Why? Why are you doing this to me? Are you going to keep going? Fine then, but can you still do that after hearing this? Ultimate despair. Ultimate despair? Akane? It was a cry like a beast. After panicking and denying Kinjo for a while, she suddenly began to grab her head, screaming like something out of this world. Her screams were growing louder. More. It was a terrifying scream. Despair has changed. It's refreshing. Feels like something that has been blocked was just opened. There's no problem with my memory, just as that person said. I think it was very successful. It must have been hellish days to breathe without thinking of that person. I'm really sorry, Akane Taira. God dang it. Why does evil have to be so hot? Huh? You... Who are you? Oh my, who am I? This is Akane Taira. Whoopsie, is this our first time meeting? Then I should give you a formal greeting. The ultimate maid. No wait, that's a mistake. This is the ultimate despair, Akane Taira. Please take good care of me, Maeda-sama, Kinjo-sama, Mikaro-sama, Otori-sama. Ultimate despair, Akane Taira. God damn. Wait a minute. A twist so shockingly good you just... you didn't even consider that person to be the ultimate mastermind. Am I the only one who can't keep up with this situation now? You, Akane Taira. Akane, the mastermind? We didn't know each other than just yesterday, but this morning we were together for a very short time, but I can tell. I know that Meta is a good person. Only from Meta. I didn't want to hear that from Meta-kun. Actually, I wanted to apologize sooner. I'm sorry. The reason I asked you to dance is because I thought we could be able to talk like this. I'm really sorry. Meta-kun, keep your mind up. Calm down and look into my eyes. You didn't do anything wrong. Technically, that's true. That Akane was the mastermind of everything? It looks like the power has returned. Is the spare power turned on? I'm gonna die. Hey, suddenly the bear house was thrown down. I don't like this facility at all. Monokuma, it's been a long time. Yeah, Monokuma, it's been a long time. What's that sound? Yuck. Miss Taira, surely not. You have returned. I sure did. You've been through a lot. What is the situation? This isn't a dream, is it? It's not a dream. Monokuma is moving separately on the subject of the mastermind. You have revealed your true colors. This time I will definitely protect everyone. Oh my, Kinja-sama, now isn't the time to say that. Since I woke up, the killing school life is no more. Asking Monokuma to dispose of each one of you is a breeze. Disposal? Is what I like to say, but that wouldn't be so much fun, would it? Besides, I still have an appointment with that certain person. So, I'll give you a chance to stand in the final stage. A wonderful stage to decorate the finale. Oh god, I need to work on my villainous laugh. My villain laugh. Nah, that's not a villain laugh. The situation in front of the eyes is incomprehensible, unfolding at the same speed of light. What? Okay, that came out of nowhere. I just stood idly by. Akane. C8 looking at that person was Akane Taira. I have become death. Oh wait, Frozen. I've become a movie. Chapter 5 in the Spare Clips. What a twist, so shockingly good. You never even considered that person in the beginning. But when you piece the puzzle, it all makes fucking sense. Why she was out all the time, why she was late doing something else. Though something else might be because she's been relaying information or some shit, or monitoring the cameras. Oh god, this is so good. Yes, I want to save. So this is Danganronpa Trial 5? Yeah, Danganronpa the Trial 5. God damn it. If you want to try the game for yourselves, the links are in the description. That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves.